Good morning, all of you. You all are welcome in the e-learning classes of the Sacred Heart School. Today in this video, we will discuss about the pH concept of the acid and base. Out of all theories of the acid and bases, this pH concept becomes most important one. In this concept, we will discuss how the acid and bases dissociated up to what extent. It means the alpha dissociation constant of the acid and base can be calculated by the pH concept. The pH and the Sorensen scale. Various electrolyte undergoes the dissociation in water producing the various ion. Acids undergoes the ionization in water giving the hydrogen ion or hydronium ion. The thermodynamics definition of the pH is the negative logarithm of the hydronium ion concentration. What do you mean by all these terms? You know, all type of the acid and bases dissociated to produces the H positive ion as well as the OH negative ion. So whenever the fixed quantity of the acid or base taken in a solution and these quantity dissociated and produces the maximum number of the hydronium ion as well as the hydroxyl ion. So the negative log of these ion concentration is counted as the pH scale, or you can say pH is equal to minus log the H positive ion concentration for the acid, and in case of the bases the POH is equal to minus log OH negative ion concentration. So these value, yeah, this is the basic formula of the pH and this formula is given by Sorensen. So this parameter known as the Sorensen scale. Now the activity of the hydronium ion is equal to the hydronium ion concentration x rational activity coefficient, that pH is equal to C into Y, first equation. Substituting the equation 2 in the first, we will get the pH is equal to minus log C into Y, and this is taken as the 3. So in this way, this is the final equation by which you can calculate the pH scale. Sorensen defined the pH as the logarithm of the reciprocal of the hydronium ion concentration. So we can say mathematically pH is equal to log 1 upon H3O positive ion concentration. आपको पता है कि H पॉजिटिव आयन किसी भी वाटर सॉल्यूशंस के अंदर एग्जिस्टिंग नहीं होता. As soon as the H positive ion formed in the solution, it immediately combined with the water molecule, because in the water the oxygen atom having the lone pairs of electron. The H positive ion formed by any acid immediately combine with the water molecule by the dative bond, and it can form the stable H3O positive ion concentration. So in this way, the formation of the H3O positive ion you can detect in a solution of the acid in the water. So according to Sorensen, this pH is equal to minus log 1 upon H3O positive ion concentration, and this equation can be rewrite again. This pH is equal to log 1 minus log H3O positive ion concentration. So this is the fifth equation, and which can be useful to determine the pH concept. Since log 1 is taken as 0, equation fifth, so we can write the pH is equal to minus log H3O positive ion concentration. The pH defined as the negative logarithm of the hydronium ion concentration. So Sorensen established the term pH to represent the hydronium ion potential, and which is used to express the hydronium ion concentration by any of the acid. Now the question arises how the concentration of the S3O positive ion can be estimated. What do you mean by this concentration? You know, the concentration of any compound can be expressed in term of molarity. The concentration of any compound can be expressed in term of normality. The concentration of any compound can also be expressed is the term of the molality or in term of the mole fraction. The most common way by which you can express the concentration of the given acid and base, that is the molarity. So mostly in the numericals, whenever the concentration of the acid or base is given, the term molarity is used for this purpose. So in the concept of the pH, you have to always remember, you have to always find out the concentration of the any acid or base in the given solution. Now, according to Sorensen, this complete expression is expressed in term of these uh, coefficient form. So for the acid, the pH is 0 and maximum up to the 7. So between 0 to 7, the pH of the acid can be expressed in term of this H positive ion. For 0, 10 to the power 0, for 1, 10 to the power minus 1, and up to the 6, 10 to the power minus 6. And for the OH negative ion concentration, the value is always more than the 7. So when we talk about the pH scale, so you can find the three important way. The pH is less than 7, so which represent the acidic pH. When the pH is more than 7 and which represent the basic pH. So in this way, or exactly 7, and which indicate the neutral pH of any compound. One more curiosity you have to uh, find out in the pH formula. What is the meaning of term small p? In the pH scale, the P stand for protons. Protons stand for power, or you can say the percentage. In the basically, so it's this is the term protons stand for the small p, and which is used by this Danish chemist Sorensen. The H stand for the hydrogen and its symbol, hence H is written in the capital letter. The small p and capital H is a simple way to write the pH of any specific compound. So please remember this important value for the calculation of this pH. Now, what specific parameters given by the Sorensen in the pH scale? This is based upon the pH values of the various compound at the different concentration. The H3O positive ion is a scale is devised and named after Sorensen, and who had developed it. The scale start with 0 pH, that is the hydronium ion concentration is 1, that is 10 to the power 0, and it means the solution is strongly acid, or you can say whenever the pH is less than 7, the strong pH को ये इंडिकेट करेगा, और 0 से लेके 3 तक किसी भी कंपाउंड की जो pH होती है वो स्ट्रॉन्ग नेचर को इंडिकेट करती है, and whereas from the more than 3 and which indicate the weak acidic nature of the compound. In the same way, the pH is somewhat very much high, and that is pH 14 is for strong base, and the pH is less than which is indicate the weak base. So this pH scale becomes very important to classify the acid and base on the basis of their dissociation. Now, on the basis of specific color, you can also find out the pH parameters. So these specific color are given there. Whenever the universal indicator is added in any of the acid or base, so you can find the color changes there. So this scale is made by Sorensen, and in which you can find out the bottom side having the reddish color, and this is the battery acid, and ultimately you can find this value. The hydrochloric acid is a vinegar is there, and this graph is there, this tomato juice, acidic rain, whatever. As you start moving upright, so you can find the color is somewhat greenish in appearance. The greenish appearance tell us the neutral nature of the compound, and later on you can find the appearance of the bluish color is there. As soon as the solution becomes bluish color and it indicate the alkaline nature of any compound. So this is the pH scale, and this pH scale made by the Sorensen on the basis of the color change of any compound whenever the compound comes in contact with the universal indicator. So this scale is very important to classify and notice the acidic and basic nature of any compound in the lab condition. Now we will discuss some of the applications of the pH. And whenever the pH scale is used, by which you can enhancing the solubility, you can increase the stability of the compound, you can improve the purity level, you can optimizing the biological activities, and this comforting the body and storage of the product. So this pH is very important. You can take some example in the insect sting. The partial nature of the oedema is taking place जब कोई insect आपको bite करता है, तो it release the acidic compound and their pH can be automatically overcome by adding some alkaline solution. तो किसी भी insect bite में अगर आप किसी भी alkaline compound को add करेंगे तो उसकी automatically pH neutral हो जाएगी. तो this pH becomes very important. For the tooth decay, the acidic pH is responsible. So all the toothpaste having the alkaline nature, and whenever this toothpaste comes in contact with your mouth, तो now उसका जो pH होता है it becomes somewhat neutral. So in this way everywhere pH is very important. The milkman added some quantity of baking soda, which makes the nature of the milk is partially alkaline, because acidic nature is responsible for the souring of the milk. So in this way, to enhance the life of the milk product, we can add the some quantity of baking compound या बेकिंग सोडा और एनी अदर कंपाउंड जो उसकी पीएच को पार्शल अल्कलाइन कर देगा और उसकी लाइफ को इंक्रीज कर देंगे. सो इन अवर नॉर्मल लाइफ दिस पीएच बिकम्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एंड बाय विच you can improve the stability of the compound, you can storage can be effective, and it is also responsible for the prevention of the tooth decay by adding some compound there. Now the next topic is buffer solution. What do you mean by the term buffer solution? A buffer is a solution which resists the changes whenever the some compound is added there. The solution which have a tendency to maintain its pH even by adding the some external compound in a form of the acid or bases that known as buffer solution. So basically a buffer is a specific solution which always try to oppose the changes of the pH when some compounds are introduced in their basic nature. The best example of the buffer solution is the blood, and basically in our blood the pH remains constant even you can add the some quantity of the water or any other the salt and some other compound. So any type of the solution which always oppose the changes of the pH of the compound that known as buffer solution. A buffer is a solution which resists the changes in the pH when the small amount of the acid or base are added there. Typically, a mixture of a weak acid and the salt of its conjugate base, or the weak base and a salt of its conjugate acid. So whenever you will take the some quantity of the acid there, suppose you will take the some quantity of the acid compound, किसी भी वीक एसिड के अंदर अगर आप सॉल्ट को ऐड कर दें तो सॉल्ट को ऐड करने पर उसकी पीएच आपकी कांस्टेंट रहेगी. तो दिस टेंडेंसी ऑफ द सॉल्यूशन जो अपने अंदर होने वाले किसी भी पीएच चेंज को अपोज करेगा उसको आप क्या बोलेंगे, बफर सॉल्यूशन. एंड दिस टेंडेंसी गवर्न्ड बाय द सॉल्यूशन दैट नोन एज द बफर एक्शन. सो द रेसिस्टिव एक्शन ऑफ द result of the equilibrium between the weak acid as well as the conjugate base. Example लिया आपने HA. HA stand for the acid and you can add here the water. And this water becomes the H3O positive and this is the A negative ion. So this is the example of the conjugate acid base which have a tendency to oppose the changes of the pH is there. So किसी भी बफर के अंदर अगर आप बफर की बात करेंगे तो स्पेसिफिकली इन बफर सॉल्यूशन द इक्विलिब्रियम ऑलवेज शिफ्टेड इन दैट डायरेक्शन वेयर द चेंजेस कैन बी अनडू देयर. Whenever you will add the some quantity of water, so this water dissociated the corresponding hydronium ion. So in this way, the effect can be neutralizes there. Or you can add the some quantity. Suppose in a water you are adding the some quantity of the acid. So this acid immediately dissociated in the corresponding H positive ion as well as the anion is there. So in this way, the impact of the pH can be undo, and that's why this solution becomes the pH solution. Now, there are two types of the buffer solution. One is acidic buffer solution, and this acidic buffer solutions can be made by mixing the weak acid with their salt. Example ये आपने CH3COOH as well as the CH3COONA. तो this is the acid strong base का salt है, weak acid, and this Na, from where this Na is coming. Earlier the compound was the CH3COOH, and in this CH3COOH we will added the NaOH. So this OH from this NaOH and the H from the CH3COOH neutralizes in a form of the water, and the compound becomes the CH3COONA. Whenever the CH3COONA is added to the acidic compound like this CH3COOH, this equilibrium will be shifted in the backward direction. In this way, the compound can maintain their pH. So this type of the solution which always maintain their acidic pH even by adding their salts with the strong base, that known as the acidic buffer solution. So this acidic buffer solution is a very important one, and in our life जो हमेशा अपनी tendency को maintain रखेगा. Second one is basic buffer solution. How these solutions can be made? First of all, we have to take the NH4OH. This is the weak base, and you will add there ammonium chloride. So in this ammonium chloride, as you will add this compound, after dissociation the equilibrium will shift in the backward direction, and these solutions can maintain their basic pH. So this solution which can maintain their basic pH even by adding the salt with the strong acid, that known as the basic buffer solution. So overall what we have done in the heading of the buffer solution, the solution which can maintain their pH even by adding some acidic or basic compound in their nature. The best suitable example of the buffer solution is our blood, as well as the saline water of the sea is also the best example of the buffer solution. इवन कितना भी रेनफॉल हो जाए, सी वाटर की पीएच कांस्टेंट रहती है, एंड दिस सी वाटर पीएच जो कांस्टेंट रहेगी, दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर द एक्वेटिक लाइफ. इन अ सेम वे आप कितना भी वाटर की लेस क्वांटिटी कंज्यूम करें, इफ यू विल टेक द मोर क्वांटिटी ऑफ द वाटर, इन दिस सिचुएशन आपकी बॉडी की पीएच भी कांस्टेंट रहती है, एंड दिस कांस्टेंट पीएच इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर द वर्किंग एक्शन ऑफ द बॉडी, एंड दैट्स व्हाई this pH is always maintained, and this is very important for the working of enzyme in our body. This pH is important for the working activity of our metabolism. So this pH becomes very very important, and their buffer solutions are very important. Now the next heading is how the buffer solution work. Basically, how these compounds work there, first of all we will take the CH3COOH, and this CH3COOH dissociate to form the acetate ion plus H positive ion. If more H positive ion is added to the solution, the equilibrium shift in the backward direction, and automatically the concentration can be overcome there. So H positive ion is removed, the equilibrium shift in the forward direction. तो इक्विलिब्रियम की शिफ्टिंग के बेस पर बफर सॉल्यूशन अपनी पीएच को मेंटेन कर लेते हैं. तो किसी भी स्पेसिफिक बफर सॉल्यूशंस के अंदर जो पीएच मेंटेन करने की टेंडेंसी है, वो डायनेमिक इक्विलिब्रियम को राइट या लेफ्ट टू राइट मींस फॉरवर्ड डायरेक्शन, और इवन इन द बैकवर्ड डायरेक्शन में शिफ्ट करने की वजह से होती है. एंड सो दिस कॉन्सेप्ट बिकम्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट by which you can find out the acidic and basic buffer solution. Now, what is buffer capacity? It is defined as the number of moles of an acid or a base required to add it to 1 liter of the buffer solution so as to change its pH by 1. Buffer activity is equal to the number of moles of a acid or base added to 1 liter of solution upon the change in the pH. So this is the basic formula by which you can find out whatever quantity up to what extent the solution maintain their pH even by adding some external compound. So complete buffer activity can be summarized with the help of this specific formula. The greater the buffer activity capacity or less the pH changes upon adding the H positive ion and the OH negative ion. And choose a buffer whose pKa is closest to the desired pH. The pH should be within the positive and negative. So complete buffer action can be calculated with the help of this buffer capacity. Now next heading is Henderson-Hasselbalch equation. The pH of a buffer solution can be calculated with the help of the Henderson-Hasselbalch equation. The deviation of the equation, let us consider the acid HA is the weak acid and Ba is the salt dissociated in a solution. HA is equal to H positive plus A negative, Ba is equal to B positive plus A negative. In both these concepts, this A negative is common. According to the law of mass action, whenever the equilibrium will set up, you can calculate the value of Ka. This Ka is equal to H positive ion concentration, A negative ion concentration upon Ha concentration. In a same way for the basic compound, you can also take this example. So overall, the H positive ion is equal to Ka upon Ha upon A negative ion. Now, Ha is slightly dissociated and Ba is highly dissociated. So all A negative ion come from Ba or Ha keeps almost undissociated and equal to the total concentration of H negative ion. So from the equation Ha is equal to Ka Ha upon Ba, or in term of the log you can take log on the both side. The log H positive ion concentration is equal to minus log Ka minus log Ha upon Ba, or you can summarize this part is equal to what? The pH, and this pH is equal to pKa. This part is equal to pKa plus log Ba upon Ha, or you can summarize the equation pH is equal to Paa plus log salt upon acid. This part is equal to salt and this part is equal to acid, or pH is equal to pKa plus A negative upon Ha concentration. So in this way, this equation known as this is Henderson and Hasselbalch equation. So this equation by which you can calculate the acidic nature of the buffer solution as well as you can calculate the buffer activity. In our normal life, these buffer solutions play very important role. Very simple example is there. I have told you earlier, it is mainly intracellular buffer and its concentration plasma is very low. The phosphate buffer system is found to be effective at the wide pH range because it has more than one ionizable group. In the body, this Na2HPO4 NaH2PO4 is the effective buffer system and which is responsible for the maintaining of the blood pH.